Hello and welcome to this video on how to do belly rolls. I want to start by saying that you should never start your belly roll journey with learning how to do the belly rolls, which I'm going to show you today. I highly recommend that you check out, I have two other videos. One talks about the benefits of belly rolls on the emotional, psycho, spiritual, and physical realms. And I have another video that is for free on YouTube helping prep your belly for belly rolls. So that being said, I'll cover a little bit of prep in today's video, but the magic of learning how to belly roll is that usually it just all of a sudden will happen if you continue to do the prep exercises. So I'm going to brush over some of the prep exercises just so you are familiar with them, and then move into how can we get our bellies to actually roll, and then you can refer to the other videos to keep your practice up. So to start out with, you want your belly to be as soft as possible. So one of the preps is massaging your belly and letting it be gooey and doughy. I think belly rolls are best after you eat, but not obviously right after. I'm actually really hungry right now, but I wanted to get this video done. Keep massaging your belly while I talk. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, but I don't have that much belly to work with, but you will see that you don't need a lot of belly to do belly rolls. So here we are, we're massaging the stomach. What you want to make sure is that your stomach is not hardening. So you don't want to fight your hand. You want to be able to push in and out, which again is why you don't want to have too much food in there. Okay, so the next step would just be pulling in and sucking in your entire belly as much as you can, moving the ribs out of the way, coming down into the pelvic bowl, and then releasing and relaxing as much as you can. And again, since I haven't eaten that much today, usually I have a bigger release, but you'll see as we start belly rolling how you can transfer where the puffiness is. But first we just want to get puffy balloon belly everywhere, and then pull back in. So at first we want to think of the entire stomach from basically right where the sternum ends and the rib cage comes together all the way to the pelvic bone as one big unit. And then we're going to break it into two, and then we'll break it into 3 units. So I want you to now, so one exercise is just practicing pulling in and then relaxing, and don't necessarily push out, but completely relax the stomach so that it's like a Buddha belly. The second part of that exercise is going to be to hold in for as long as you can while breathing normally. So I'm going to turn the music down. Suck in your belly. Now breathe normally. There we go. Sucking in the belly. So you should be able to do this for a long time because you're not relying on the breath. It is normal for the belly to want to kind of like release, because we are used to using our breath and our bellies in conjunction, and in yoga and in other practices they are in conjunction. So now we're breathing. I know this is a long time, but I want to challenge you. So all together, let's take a big inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth, keep the belly pulled in, use the muscles. Use the muscles. So that's what we're getting here. We're going to be training the internal and the external muscles to be malleable. So it's both a contraction and an expansion. So here we are in the contraction and release. Continue to breathe normally. Now we're going to go from a big contraction into a big soft release, and then breathe normally, doing the thing that you normally don't like to do. Just let the belly be relaxed. The more relaxed, the better, okay? This is not a moment to judge yourself. This is a moment to learn how to belly roll. And by the way, while I talk, I'm engaging my stomach, so I don't recommend recommend talking as much as I am while you're learning. So here I am, I'm just relaxed. Okay, So now let's go ahead and start the how to do a belly roll part. So when we are first starting, and I just want to say, like, I keep re-illustrating this point, but when I do a practice exercise, I start to go in and out like this to kind of massage the belly, if you will, so it's more prepared for the belly roll, which is going to make it a lot easier. But for now, we're going straight into the belly rolls. Here we go. So we're gonna take the belly into two sections. Let's just say we're gonna go above the belly button and below the belly button. So let's go big in and relax. There's a couple ways you can start. You can start by going in and in, out, out, in, up to down, or you can start by being sucked in and then start by pushing out. So I hope that didn't just confuse you. Let's just pick one. So you know what? We're gonna start on the in and then push out, because I'm gonna teach you a little technique that's gonna help a lot. So we're gonna pull the whole belly in, and we are going to put our hands right at the solar plexus, right here in between the ribs. You don't want your ribs to be compressed or pulled in. You want the ribs to be open and, again, the belly malleable. We're gonna push the hands into the belly, and then we're just gonna try to keep pulling in the lower belly, but now push the upper part out. And like I said, if this is your first time, this could be very foreign. So I am using the diaphragm area, I'm using the muscles up here in the solar plexus diaphragm area in between the ribs, and I am pushing, push, push. I can do it without my fingers now because I am very experienced, but I'll tell you what, it's super helpful to get your hands to push into the belly so that you can push your fingers away. So I'm really pushing in there. Push, push, push. So that's the upper muscle that we want to develop. Now, I think it's a little harder just to push in the lower, so what we're going to do is go straight into a roll where we push and then we push the lower part out too. So if you want to just practice the lower part, you can just practice imagining a little balloon below the belly button, puffing out, pulling in, out and in, out and in. What I think is easier is to fill the whole belly as a balloon and then start to roll from there. So let's go from the upper push out while the lower belly's in, and then we're gonna release the lower belly. Now we're in our Buddha belly. Buddha belly dancer. Okay, so there we are in our Buddha belly. Let's do that again. So we're gonna suck in, out, out. We're relaxed, that's it. Suck in, out, out. That's it. Suck in, out, out. So we're kind of have three sections. One is a pull in, and then we release the top half, release the second half. Good. Let's do it two more times. Suck in, out, out. Here we go. Suck in, out, out. One more time. Suck in, out, out. Now, if we're going to turn that into a belly roll, after we go out, out, we're gonna actually pull in. So the Buddha belly, the whole belly is inflated. I like to think like a water balloon. Now we're gonna push in on the upper belly without pushing in on the lower belly. So before we practiced how to go out, out, out. Now we're gonna start from an inflated belly and we're gonna practice how to go in, in, in. And when you go in, try to let the lower belly be nice and puffy. So it goes in, 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 in. And now we're gonna do the same thing, but now focusing on the in. We're gonna go from out, we're gonna go in, and then lower belly in, relax. Upper belly in, lower belly in, relax. Upper belly in, lower belly in, relax. My posture is like really bad right now. So ideally we're in our home position. So here we go, relax, in, relax. 1, 2, 3, in, relax, in, relax. So that's when we're focusing on the pulling in, the contraction. Let's do the push out one more time. Let's run through that a few times just so you are aware of the difference. They're both gonna work together to make you have an awesome belly roll. So here we go. We're gonna start in, and then we're gonna push out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in, upper, lower, full belly. Upper, lower, full belly is pulling in, upper, lower, full belly is pulling in. Okay, so that's the out, out. Now starting in Buddha belly, we're gonna go in, upper, lower, relax. Here we go. Starting Buddha belly and pull in the upper belly, pull in the lower belly, relax. Upper, lower, relax. Upper, lower, relax. Upper, lower, relax. Okay, so this is a belly roll from up to down. Let me make sure it's still recording. We are good. My phone's acting funny. So this is a belly roll from up to down, and we are going to now turn it into a smooth belly roll, breaking it into the upper and lower sections, like I said. So first is one whole thing, the whole belly. Second would be the two, and then third would be maybe bringing the chest lift into it. But right now we're mostly just focusing on the belly and the two sections. So let's go ahead and suck the belly in and then start with the out, out. Now instead of pulling the whole belly in, we're going to do it in two parts. We're gonna go in, in. So it goes out, pushing out, pulling in, and you will get your belly roll like this. Out, out, in, out, out, in, out, out, in. I'm gonna go ahead and smooth it out. Out, out, in, out, out, in, up to down. And it's always rolling down like a bread roller rolling down. You could speed it up, out, out, in, out, out, in. And then to make it look a little bit bigger, when you are going for the out, you're actually gonna lift the rib cage so it goes up, out, out, in. The in will automatically pull your ribs a little bit further in, lift, out, out, in, lift, out, out. And you see how it gives this subtle kind of length to the belly roll? So here we are in our belly rolls, out, out, in. And you can reverse that by going up, which we will not do in today's video, but it's the same concept, in, out, out, in, out, out. So we're going in between the pulling in and contracting and the pushing out and releasing, and it's only going to work if your belly is supple and relaxed. You will go through some various emotions potentially moving through this. You might not feel the emotions in real time, but we all store a lot of emotions in our body, needless to say, and then in our bellies are our emotional centers, and they're also where we store all the organs. And so we're massaging our organs, we are releasing energy. I like the up, the down, because it helps if you are late on your period, if you are constipated, if you need to move something out of the body, it's kind of nice to move downward. So quick recap, let's start with pulling in, releasing out, pulling in, releasing out into a big water. I like to think of it as a water balloon belly because it gives more texture in and out. Second thing we did is we pulled in and then we breathed. With the muscles, the muscle memory is what's gonna help you. That's why I said one day you're just gonna get this. I mean, maybe you're like a brilliant belly genius and you just got it off this video, which if you did, please comment and let me know. So here we are, we're breathing, we're pulled in, we're breathing normally. And now relax, breathing normally. Try not to push your back out, so just relax the actual belly. I don't have too much of a belly today, but I'm relaxing what I got. Working with it, relax, breathing. Okay, so that was the second part. Then the third part, we focused on how to access the upper belly. So we pushed in, then we focused on how to access the lower belly. So at that point, I'm gonna let my upper ribs kind of close and then push the lower belly out and in, out and in, out and in. So as you see, I'm kind of focusing more down here as opposed to the whole belly coming in. This is the whole belly. So when we put the belly roll together, I'm sorry, the other thing we did was focus on the in. So we start relaxed and then in, pulling in, and it might pudge out down here, which is a great sign. That means you're already starting to belly roll. Pull in, pull in, pull in, pull in. Now the full belly roll is when we put it together. Starting on the in, out, out, in and in, out, out, in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. we are dancing with our bellies. Also really good for pregnancy. And I have a lot more to share on her story of belly dance, and I've got a lot of videos on YouTube, so check those out. Here's your little freebie fun how to belly roll video.